Halo Infinite Season 2 is right around the corner, May 3rd, 2022 to be exact. So with that being said, here are 10 things you can do to get a little extra edge on the competition. Let's get into it. We're less than a few weeks away from Season 2 of Halo Infinite launching, also known as Lone Wolves. For the players that have stopped playing, you may need a competitive edge to help you get back into the fight and win battles. I have a few tips and tricks that may work for you right off the start, as well as some things you may need to get used to so you'll not die on a consistent basis. Keep in mind, these are in no particular order, so let's start off with number 1. First thing you need to do, and one thing I do in all first-person shooters, is turn off the rumble features in your controller. Mouse and keyboard users, skip ahead to the next tip. I know it seems like something that might not help much, but trust me, it is a game changer. Yes, rumble features are nice to have during a campaign play, but during competitive play, it can give you an edge on the opposing team. For instance, if you're getting shot, your mind is focused on what is happening on screen and the rumble in your hands. This splits your focus into two different directions. Once the rumble is off, you can solely focus on what is happening in your gameplay and not have the distraction of the rumble in your hands. Now, how to deactivate this? Go to the main menu, hit the start button or the three little buttons on the controller. Go to settings. Under the controller tab, go down to vibration and make sure this box is unchecked. And just like that, you have given yourself an advantage that someone else may not have. While staying in settings, there are several different things that can give you a competitive edge. Settings that can be turned off or given a little tweak can turn it into a game changer. This one is a must. Changing the outline color of the enemy team. Doing this makes the enemy stand out from the background of the map, so you can see the player faster and sometimes before they can see you. This gives you a competitive edge, but you will need to be the one to pick the color that you can see the easiest. I have picked pineapple due to the fact that it stands out on all maps in the dark and lighted areas. To change this while in settings, go to the UI tab. Go down to enemy UI color. Click on this and choose whatever color is right for you. As previously stated, I use pineapple. Friendly UI color you can change here. Also, you can change your fire team marker color. So change this to whatever color you desire. While outline colors help you see your enemies better, how about seeing them first all together? This trick allows you to do just that. Go to your video tab under display and you will see field of view. Not only does this zoom out your camera, but it will show you more of what's around you. The default setting is 78 degrees, but you can go all the way up to 120 degrees of viewing. With this one, I would start out at 100 degrees and work your way up to 120, because this is going to take some getting used to, but it is well worth the extra viewing capacity. For the love of God, everyone do this. Turn on voice chat mode. This allows you to talk to your team. Once you can talk to your team, you can do call outs and talk about strategies on how to take down a tank or surprise the enemy team. In settings, go to the audio tab. Then go down to communications. Click on voice chat mode, then hit open mic. For some odd reason, 343 thought it was a good idea to keep this feature disabled on all players. So if you're wondering why no one was talking to you, that might be why. Also, if the fire team, lobby chat, or match chat is not checked, go ahead and click them. Then you'll be able to talk to the opposing team before the match begins. Now, another thing players overlook sometimes is the graphics. This is one amazing game to witness in 4K 60 frames per second on the campaign, but in multiplayer, you need extra frames in order to get the jump on other players. You have two options you can choose from, either performance mode or quality mode. Quality lets you witness alpha Halo at 4K 60 frames per second, but performance 120 frames per second. Gives you the ability to snipe and slash your way to victory before the other team has a chance to react. Now this does depend on if your monitor allows 120 frames per second, but if it does, then I will walk you through how to change the setting. First, go to settings on your Xbox. You do this by hitting the big X button on your controller. Then go all the way to the right under Profile and Systems. Go down to Settings, go to General, TV and Display Options. Now here you can see if your TV allows the 120 frames per second by hitting 4K TV details. Mine does not allow 4K, but 1440p at 120 frames per second. So with those settings, you go back to Display, go to your resolution, go down to 1440p or whatever your monitor allows, go down to refresh rate, 120 Hertz, then go back to your game, go to the Video tab, go down to Quality Graphics and hit Performance mode. Just like that, you now have a few extra milliseconds to get the jump on your competition. Every little thing counts when playing multiplayer in Halo, so anything that will distort your view while running or jumping can get in your way. With that being said, I suggest for you to turn off all unnecessary settings that can get in your way while wrecking other players. 3 things I turn off are under the Video tab in the sensory section. First one is blur. This distorts your screen during explosions, sprinting, and equipment use. We do not want this, so turn the slider all the way down to 0. Secondly is screen shake. The camera will move during high impact events and will shake during explosions and equipment use. We also do not want this to happen because it can slow down your reaction time, so use the slider beside it and go all the way down to 0. And lastly, speed lines. This shows wind streak effects while sprinting, which can get in your way, so uncheck that. With these things disabled, you now have your camera locked with streak-free movement, and it will make you very hard to kill. Now that your time to kill is down a little, another trick that can help you traverse the map with speed is the hold to sprint feature, maintain sprint feature, and the auto climb feature. These 3 things can help you get from one side of the map to the other quicker than the opposing team can pull the trigger. Under settings, go to the controller tab, go down to hold to sprint, and uncheck this box. Next, make sure maintain sprint and auto climber are checked. These can save you time while climbing over obstacles and running around the map while shooting your weapon. This gives you more movement options without having to press extra buttons while fighting the enemy. This next one will take some time to get used to, so I suggest you move up the slider in increments over time to train yourself to move faster while keeping up with your accuracy. This is your sensitivity and acceleration options. Under settings, go to the controller tab and down to sensitivity and acceleration. The default setting for look acceleration is at 2. Look sensitivity, horizontal and vertical is at 5. I suggest going up 0.5 points every 10 games or so to get acclimated with the extra speed you will be getting. If you can master these speeds, you can turn on an enemy even when they get the jump on you. If you can turn fast and keep the same aim, you will always be the last man standing. Now that your settings have been adjusted to give you a competitive edge, let's go to gameplay. First and foremost, you need to go for the power items and weapons around the map before the other team can get them. These can secure the match for the win or loss. Consistently keep an eye where you are and where the weapons or items will be spawning. It is also important to know the time left until it respawns. Move as a team with callouts when getting these items because they will be highly contested. But if you can pull off getting invisibility or a rocket launcher, then that is 1 to 2 free kills with little effort. Last but not least, shoot everything that moves. I know this sounds stupid to say, but most people don't try to shoot people that are not near them or across the map. Every bullet can count in Halo, so if you're not actively engaging with an enemy and you see someone about to go around a corner or someone far away, just a few shots can help your teammate kill that enemy. Time to kill is everything in this game and can determine a victory or defeat, so actively engage all enemies even if you know you will not be able to kill them. A quick punch before you die or a cross-map snipe that drops the enemy shields can help lead your team to victory. Also, always be with at least one other teammate so that you're not traversing the map solo. 2 players have a higher chance to come out of a power item situation than just one. Don't be that guy that goes out into the middle of the map solo. That is just an easy way to give the other team a free kill. And there you have it, 10 things you can do to get a little extra edge on the competition. In conclusion, Halo Infinite Season 2 named Lone Wolves is finally coming after a 6-month-long first season. With Season 2, a lot is changing. New maps, new modes, and an all-new battle pass is coming, joined by an array of balance changes to improve gameplay. With these tips and tricks, you should be able to climb through the ranks of the battle pass with ease. Now that I think about it, should I even release this video? It's going to make it harder for me to win fights now. Oh well. See you on the battlefield, Spartans. So with that being said, here are 10 things you need to do to get a little extra edge on the competition. Let's get into it. Competition. First thing you need to do... It just looks like I'm reading it. I mean, I have a script. So why can't I just read it and say it? Jesus.